Whispers at Night.
Listen closely.
Evelyn had always been fascinated by the old stories her grandmother told, tales of ancient libraries hidden in the shadows where books held secrets beyond imagination. So when she received an invitation to visit the Midnight Library, she couldn't resist. The letter was written in elegant, flowing script. Dear Evelyn, you have been chosen to visit the Midnight Library. Come tonight at midnight. Bring a book you love. The address is enclosed. Yours truly, the Librarian. Evelyn smiled, feeling a mix of excitement and unease. She glanced at the clock. 11:45 p.m. Time to go. The Midnight Library was an ancient structure, its stone walls covered in ivy. The door was massive, made of dark wood with intricate carvings. Evelyn knocked 3 times. The door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit foyer. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of old books. A figure in a long, flowing robe stood at the desk. The Librarian. "Welcome, Evelyn," the Librarian said, his voice smooth but tinged with a cold edge. "I see you've brought a book." Evelyn held up a copy of Pride and Prejudice. "Yes, it's one of my favorites." "Excellent choice," the Librarian replied. "Follow me." They walked through a series of narrow corridors, the walls lined with towering bookshelves. The books were ancient, their spines cracked and faded. Evelyn felt a chill run down her spine. The reading room was vast, its ceiling lost in shadow. The table was covered in a dark velvet cloth. The Librarian placed a single candle in the center. "Read your book," he instructed, "but be careful. Some pages may lead you places you never expected." Evelyn opened Pride and Prejudice and began to read. The words seemed to come alive, the characters speaking directly to her. She felt a strange pull, as if the book was drawing her in. As she turned the pages, the room grew colder. Shadows danced along the walls, and the candlelight flickered erratically. Evelyn glanced up, her heart racing. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices speaking in languages Evelyn didn't understand. The figures moved closer, their forms becoming more distinct. They were not human, but something else, something ancient and malevolent. One of the figures stepped forward, its face twisted into a grotesque smile. "Welcome, Evelyn," it hissed. "We've been waiting for you." Evelyn tried to stand, but her legs wouldn't move. She was frozen in place, her mind racing with fear. The Librarian appeared beside her, his face now twisted and inhuman. "You should have read the rules," he sneered. "Never trust a book that whispers to you." Evelyn realized too late that the book was a trap. The pages were not just words, but portals to other worlds, worlds where the creatures of the Midnight Library ruled. The Librarian leaned in, his breath cold and damp. "You are now part of our collection," he whispered. "Your soul will be bound to these pages forever." Evelyn screamed, but her voice was drowned out by the whispers. The book closed with a final, decisive snap. She felt herself being pulled into the pages, her consciousness fading. The next morning, Evelyn's friend, Lucy, arrived to check on her. She found the living room in perfect order, the fire still burning. On the coffee table was a new book, its cover blank except for a single word. "Evelyn." Lucy picked it up, feeling a chill run down her spine. She opened the book, and the words began to whisper to her. She looked up, her eyes wide with fear. The clock ticked on, and the room grew colder. Lucy knew she had to leave, but something held her back. The book was calling to her, promising secrets beyond her wildest dreams. She hesitated, then closed the book. But it was too late. The whispers had already begun to seep into her mind. Deep in the midnight library, a new book was added to the collection, and somewhere in the shadows, the librarian smiled.